What if you were a Viking in 900 AD? What if you were a Viking in the year 900 AD? Imagine waking up in a longhouse on the coast of Norway. Snow is leaking through the door. Your tools are iron and stone. Your only map is the stars. And every spring you climb into a wooden boat and sail west because your farm can barely feed your family. This wasn't adventure. This was economics. The Viking Age wasn't about horned helmets and berserker rages. Hollywood got it wrong. The real Vikings were farmers, traders, and explorers who got pushed into raiding because Scandinavia couldn't support its growing population. By 900 AD, the climate was warming, the population was booming, and the thin, rocky soil of Norway and Sweden couldn't keep up. You had three choices: starve, migrate east, or go Viking, meaning go raiding. The first raids were small: hit a monastery, grab the silver, leave before anyone organizes a defense. The monks wrote about it with horror, but for a Norse farmer, it was the difference between watching your children starve or not. And here's what most people don't know. The Vikings were cleaner than the people they raided. They bathed weekly, changed clothes, combed their hair. The English monks complained that the Vikings were stealing their women because they washed more often. Your biggest advantage as a Viking: the longship. No navy in Europe could match it. The longship could sail open ocean, then turn around and navigate a river shallow enough to knee deep. It could beach on any shore. No ports needed, and it was fast, really fast. The Gokstad ship, built around 898 D, could do 10 knots under sail. That's faster than most sailing ships 600 years later. The secret was the overlapping planks, clinker built, which made the hull flexible instead of rigid. When a longship hit a wave, it bent instead of breaking. This is why the Vikings could go anywhere: Novgorod, Constantinople, Greenland, even North America. The same ship design that terrorized monasteries could also carry trade goods 2,000 miles inland through Russian rivers. Your second advantage: the axe. Not a heavy two-handed weapon, a light, fast, single-handed axe that you already used every day for woodcutting. Every Viking man grew up with an axe in his hand. Handing them the sword would have made them slower. So why did the Viking Age end? 3 reasons. First, the kingdoms they raided got organized. Alfred the Great built forts and a navy. The Franks built cavalry. A hit-and-run raid doesn't work when the enemy has standing armies. Second, Christianity. The Vikings converted not because missionaries were convincing, but because Christian kings could write contracts. If you were a Norse chieftain, you couldn't sign a trade agreement with a Christian king without being baptized first. Trade was bigger than raiding. Third, the climate got colder. The medieval warm period ended. Greenland froze over. The farms that couldn't feed families in 900 AD were even harder to sustain in 1300. By 1066, the Viking Age was over, not because the Vikings were defeated, but because the world changed around them. Stamford Bridge was the last raid, and it failed. If you were dropped into Norway in 900 AD, you'd survive. You learned to read the stars, build a longship, navigate the fjords. You'd bathe weekly, which would put you ahead of most Europeans. And you discovered that the Viking Age wasn't about violence. It was about a people responding to environmental pressure with innovation. The raids were just the part the monks wrote down. If you were a Viking in 900 AD, what would you do differently? Drop it in the comments. Hey Jarvis, double check that all of the script needed for script number 1 has been uploaded to you. And if it has, go ahead and start generating the images for it and get the video posted for my review. Thanks. Hey, build a short based on that last video, script 1.